categorically fake news, and they write things that are crazy. It's clear that they are totally trying to prop her up. And my guess is, if she didn't have the full weight of the propaganda media, that she would be 10 points weaker than she is right now, and Trump would be on the verge of a 60 or 62 or 63% victory. They have done everything they could to prop her up. They've done everything they could since 2015.
They're no good.
For 9 years.
So
to
biased.
destroy Trump. He is still standing. He's still saying fight. And he is
Amen.
the most iconic political leader in America, I think, in my lifetime. It's remarkable to watch what he's doing.
It really is. All right, Mr. Speaker, we'll be watching. We'll be, of course, part of Fox's coverage tomorrow night. Speaker Gingrich, always good to see you. Joining us now to weigh in on the state
Yeah. Awesome. The head of Florida.
Governor, you know what this feeling is like.
Beautiful.
It's kind of interesting to me.
God bless him. God bless Florida.
Like yourself,
Trump could possibly win New Jersey
put it all out there.
and New York. They're in play now because of how great he did last time, how bad they've done, Biden and Harris.
Not the best feeling in the
And
world, I'm imagining.
I believe God's showing a lot of people, right? Like opening their eyes. Opened their eyes since the last election.
Their final remarks. President Trump will wrap
Listen.
up in Grand Rapids, Michigan tonight.
Well, Sean, as a fellow Floridian, I think you'll at least appreciate this. This is the first election this century and probably many years before that, where the state of Florida is not one of those swing states. And you've covered these elections for a long time. You know, I've been involved, and Florida was always ground zero, especially for Republicans. If a Republican doesn't win Florida, the math gets
I want you to see
impossible. It gets
DeSantis
to
with me.
70. As
He'll
we
be
go into the
he'll
election
wait. He'll probably
tomorrow,
take a nap if I know Rich.
Republicans have come out in
He was
Florida
resting when we
10
went to the
points
car
more
the other
than
night when I was
registered
talking to you and
Democrats. We
Erica.
now have a
You know,
1.1
before we went to
million
Shalom
vote
yesterday,
lead.
he was
So
resting,
sense of
taking a
anxiety
nice nap.
down here in the
He likes
Sunshine
that in
State
between car
is
rides.
Definitely less than it was 4 years ago
Listen.
or 8 years ago or even longer than that. This is going to be a really good performance here in the state of Florida.
Amen.
We know for sure.
Oh yeah, he's
You know,
definitely
it's
winning
very
Florida.
interesting. There was a piece in the Washington Post that suggested, well, younger people may have to lower their expectations for what the American dream would be, and maybe settle for a townhouse. I'm older. I'm into downsizing a little bit. I don't want a big house right now. I like a small house. But for a lot of Americans, the idea that we have to lower our expectations and give up
Expectation.
the aspirations that have really built this country and the dreams that built this country. Wow, that is deep, that is profound. It's
Thank
almost
God.
like Jimmy Carter lecturing us again that we need
Starting to
sweater.
feel
It seems like
a little
we're back
better.
in that time.
What?
How much of the failure of the Harris-Biden administration will
It's just-
factor into people's thinking?
It's uncomfortable to
Or will
talk,
the
and I don't have much
president
cell phone.
be successful calling Donald Trump
Battery
a
to be
Nazi,
talking on the
bad
phone to
person,
different
racist,
people. Just
and every other
some
thing that
text
will
wanna
that
sleep?
resonate?
for now.
Don't you want to speak?
No, I don't think so. But I think
Tomorrow
the
we'll see what
analogy to
happens.
Jimmy
You bring me
Carter
back
here
my
is a really
charger,
good
right?
one.
Listen.
Remember, they were saying similar things back then. They said it's an era of limits. Everybody's just got to learn to get by with less. You're not going to be able to have energy. You're not going to be able to increase your standard of living. And you just kind of had to deal
go to
with
bed
it.
for my mom.
Ronald Reagan had different ideas to that, and obviously he proved them wrong. And so I think if
Yeah,
you look at the
Reagan.
run we've been in under Biden-Harris,
Trump's the new
it's a
Reagan.
Similar situation.
Similar,
and
yeah.
they're basically trying to say that this is as good as it can get. They brag about the economy, even though prices have gone up dramatically for the American people over the last
Jesus.
3.5 years. Even though we have high interest rates, much higher than they've been any time this century. And so they're telling you that this is as good as it gets. And if you believe that, then you don't know American history. I don't think people are going to buy that. And I think the fact that they do the name calling and all this other stuff, I think it shows substantively they don't really have anything to offer to the American people. And especially Kamala. This is somebody that claims she's running on being a change agent, that she's going to turn the page. And yet when she's asked, what would you have done different than Joe Biden, who is not a popular president, she says she can't think of anything. Really? Maybe having secured the border, that would have been something different that people would have liked. What about not having 13 Americans killed in Afghanistan, our service members, because of that fiasco? There's so many things that this administration's come up short, and yet she was there with him in lockstep every step of the way. And so if you elect Harris, you're kind of re-electing Biden, but you're re-electing Biden a version of Biden that's more vapid, much more liberal, and even much less accomplished. So why would you want to do that, given so many people see the country's going in the wrong track right now?
Right.